Hey there, David Perdue from MyNAMS.com and the Novice to Advanced Marketing System, and I wanted to tell you about our newest version of Simple Video Management System, SVMS. If you have anything earlier than 8.5, you'll see right here this version 8.5, then you're going to want to upgrade for sure, because we are going to no longer support anything before 8.5. So you have to upgrade to continue to get support on Simple Video Management System. So 8.5 is a major rewrite on an encrypted platform so that you and we are a lot more secure and a lot more safe with 8.5 Simple Video Management System. So now this is a one-time install and then you can do auto updates after that. But here's what we have to do to do this the first time, and I'm going to show you exactly. This is on my own test site called My Test Apps, and you'll notice I got 2 or 3 little videos in here. But the point is that when I delete this plugin and reinstall the new plugin, all of the videos stay the same because that's database material that's not attached to the program itself. So you don't have to worry about losing any of your videos when you delete the video software. So hold on just one second and let's get started with this. So I'm going to come over to plugins. I'm going to find Simple Video Management System. I'm going to deactivate. And after that it gives me the choices of activate or delete, and I'm going to delete Simple Video Management System. Now this is for anything earlier than 8.5, and this is for installing 8.5 the first time. So 8.5 or anything beyond, this is how you would install it for the first time on your system. And we're going to go to Add New. Upload plugin. Now assuming that you have already downloaded the plugin to your computer from the file, the link that we gave you, you will be able to grab this and upload it to the system really easily. So there's a couple of ways you could do this. You could actually drag the file from your Finder or your File Explorer into this little box right here, and it would upload it there. Or you can just choose the file. We'll choose the file. And when you download it to your file, it will say svms installer.zip. Click Open. Now it's ready to install. Now here's what happens. Let me just explain what happens with the installer. This is a 2-part process. First, it checks to see if you have IonCube on your server. 99% of the servers out there already have IonCube loaded as a system extension. And you should not see anything like, you shouldn't have any issues at all installing this video player. But if you don't have IonCube installed on your system, it will give you a one-click installation option first, and you would install IonCube just by clicking that one-click installation option for IonCube, and then it would install the SVMS plugin. Now IonCube is an encryption software that is pretty standard on most servers, but it also allows you to run a lot of plugins that use that encryption. That's a very, very standard encryption software for plugins and other executables. So that's why we're using IonCube in this. Now, all we have to do at this point is click Install to see what happens. Notice I already had IonCube installed. So it says unpacking the package, installing the plugin, plugin installed successfully. That means I already had IonCube. If I did not have IonCube, I would have seen another thing that said that you need to install IonCube. Click here. Activate the plugin. Now we have Simple Video Management System activated, 8.5.1 already. And you'll also notice here SVMS installer. Next time you come to this screen, that is automatically deleted, so you don't have to do anything to this. It automatically goes away. So actually, if I refresh the screen, it should be gone. Yep, see, SVMS installer no longer is there. That's a one-time install. Okay, so if I want to check for updates, I do it just like everything else and just click check for updates. And we'll get notices like these if we have updates available as well. So Now let's take a look at SVMS and what's different in this. One of the things that we've done with SVMS is make sure that we integrate with our simple auto webinar system so that we can do some pretty amazing things with those two plugins. We're not going to get into simple auto webinar system today, but I'm going to show you some of the things that we're doing with videos to make them a whole lot more exciting and available to you guys to do really good marketing tasks. So now SVMS solves a couple of problems that have come up recently from YouTube. And if you've been around, you probably noticed that YouTube has a gallery feature now, so that when you pause a YouTube video, you see a bunch of videos across the bottom from the gallery. And that's very distracting, especially if you're going to host on YouTube using on a sales page, because you don't want anything to distract from your sales page. So let's add a new one. I'll show you what our solution is for that. I've already got an intro and outro, but this is the first thing you see. We have something new here called intros and outros. Check if this is an intro or outro video. This is not an intro or outro video, so I'm going to leave it unchecked. But it's important for you to remember this, because we're going to come back to that, and I'm going to show you why this is so cool. Okay, so let's see, we'll just choose YouTube. Here's my YouTube video. Splash page, I will leave that. We have a splash page in the front. We have a splash page at the end, an end page URL. So if somebody finishes the video and you want to put up a splash page with the URL or a sales message or a join my Facebook or some kind of call to action, this is a great way to do that. You just add it at the end of the video and it's going to display. When it stops, it'll just stay on the screen as your end image. And then this is the big one right here, is the pause overlay image. So we're going to add I'm going to go add something else here. So let me come to my splash pages. So I'm going to add this splash page, Massive Traffic Playbook splash page, and I'm just going to insert it. Now I have a pause image overlay. I could select my group if I want to, and I encourage you to do that, because that's going to be like sales pages or membership training or whatever it is. I'm not going to enable pre-roll or enable post-roll. These are two things that are brand new that I want to talk about specifically in a second, but I'm going to just do this one. I will click on the player appearance. We're going to make this 1080 wide. We'll leave it that. And centered, can't download YouTube videos, so we'll leave that no. Player background, player settings. We'll put this on autoplay. Hide controls, loop controls, these are all the same. And then we have the HTML that we have for the drop-down box if we want, or a drop-down button at the end, or for a button to come over at the top and you input your time and all of that. This is the same as it was before. Now we have something new. This is called enable layer, yes or no. So we are adding a layer, and the layer is text, click to unmute. And you can select what color you want that to be. I'm going to make this blue. And you can select size, make it 48. And we can select type font. I'm going to make this Arial black. That's big and bold. Redirect URL is still the same. Now what this does, this enable layer piece right here, what this does is that when you have a video that is set to autoplay on Chrome and other browsers now will not allow you to autoplay videos. They won't allow the sound to come up. It's kind of like what happens on Facebook, right? So we just added this button here that does, or this text here that says click to unmute, and that's going to lay over the video. And when the video will play in the background, and then when you click it, click to unmute, it will actually start again at the beginning of the video so that you get the entire thing. Okay, and the advanced settings, we have opt-in gate, tagging enabled, lightbox enabled, SAS while you wait video. So these are all the same as they were before. So we're going to save it now. So now I've got code at the bottom. This is my WordPress shortcode. I'm going to grab this shortcode, And I'm going to come over to create a page. I'm just going to add, this is a test. Put my code in. Just because I'm a little anal, I'll put a headline over it and center that. Okay, so, and I'm going to publish it. Now remember, we had click to unmute right here. Those are the colors I selected. I can go back and change that to whatever I want it to be. And notice that it's playing in the background with no sound. And so if I click to unmute,
hey there, David Perdue here from MyNAMS.com.
it starts again from the beginning, and you can hear the sound. Actually, you may not be able to hear it because I don't have system turned on, but it is playing here in the background. All right, so now if I click pause, like I just did, this image comes up and you don't see the layer, the gallery. It's there, but you don't see it because it's behind this image layer that we just did. So if I click that again, it starts playing again.
And this choice will work out.
So this solves the gallery problem that happens with videos. Now you can just have whatever you want up here. We're going to create some standard ones for you to use. You can have a call to action. You can have click to restart. You can have a click to unpause. You can have whatever, any kind of animated stuff that you want here. So you can do that, and that solves the pause problem on with the YouTube stuff. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm not done though. I want to show you again with this simple video system what we've got set up with the intros and outros. Remember I said I wanted to talk about that specifically. So this is not an intro and outro. This is the main video. So the main video we do not select as an intro and outro. But let me open up this guy and we'll look at an intro outro that I already have. So see, this pre-roll video test is set up as an intro outro video, I think. Let me make sure of that. Okay, yes. So I have this, it's set up the same way exactly as the previous video setup, except I just click this button. And what this does, intro and outro, it allows you to pre-roll for your main video or do an outro, which is like a post-roll, right? This is pretty cool because what it does is it plays the pre-roll short introduction, whatever special message you have, while you wait kind of message, whatever it is. It'll do all of that while it's loading your larger video in the background so that there's no lag time between them at all, no lag time between, it's just like a seamless splice in the video itself. How can you use this intro and outro, and why is this so amazing? Well, truly you can do a ton of things that I haven't even thought of yet, but I have a few ideas, so give me just a second here. Personalization. When you're running someone else's video on your site, whether that's a training video or a sales presentation, you can add your personal introduction and your personal closing to that video. Branding. We're building a new intro for all of our training, and so what we're going to do is just add an intro to all and an outro to all of our training with the branding on it. So we can add new branding at kind of the drop of a hat. What happens if we change the branding of our business like we're doing now, colors, all of that? We just change the intro and the outro, and we are now rebranded because it's independent from the main video. And then there's call to actions. Obviously, you can get people to take action before or after any video with your own personalized message. So, you know, this is pretty amazing stuff here. This is high value marketing automated. So there's so much you can do with this intro and outro feature, but let's take a look at how it works, okay? So this is David test video. This is the one I just showed you. And I'm going to come down here and I'm going to say, enable the pre-roll. So then I select the video and it shows up because I had tagged it as an intro outro. So it shows up. This is pre-roll video test 1, and I'll put it at the bottom, at the end too. And so it shows up again. I save it. Okay, now I go back to my page and I'm going to reload this page. And now I have an intro on this video. Now I'll click to unmute it. That's my intro for this next video. You see it's going to play all the way to the end of the intro, and then the next video comes up.
Here from MyNAMS.com and the Novice to Advanced Marketing System.
Nobody else is doing this. This is SVMS on steroids. Now let's see what happens at the end.
The actions that we suggest that you take.
See, there's the gallery, by the way. That's the YouTube gallery for when you pause the YouTube video. So as I'm scanning this bar across, you can see it because that's what the way YouTube works. But if I had paused it, the image would come up. Like that, right? Okay. So there's the end of that video. Now we're going to play that outro. So that's what we've got for SVMS. That's why you want to install it. That's how I want you to go test this. I want you to beat on it. I want you to think of different ways that you can use it. I want you to love this. So as you know, we really work on our videos, on our video software and our other plugins as much as possible to make them as useful as possible for marketers. So thank you so much for doing this. Let me know if you have any trouble in the support desk. Give us any feedback. If you go to namstoolkit.com/feedback, I think it is. Yeah, so you can give us an idea. You can tell us the things that you want for us to use as features and to add onto our plugin. So that's that. Thanks.